Today we're going to do a really nice yoga flow. You're going to need a mat, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Go ahead and start in child's pose, so big toes touch, knees go wide to the mat. You're just going to slide down with arms in front of you right to your chest, and then find your breath work. So we're going to push our hands into the mat for Hasta Bandha, into your yogi fingers. Press the tops of your feet into the mat for Pada Bandha. Pull the pit of your belly in and up for Uddiyana Bandha. And then begin to breathe in and out through your nose, your Ujjayi victorious breath. And as you breathe in, lengthen your fingers forward. As you exhale, lower your hips towards your heels. Just begin to find your breath work, your rhythm. And then visualize your ribs expanding and giving you extra oxygen as they open up. And consider your spine lengthening long and lean. Allowing a lot of space. And go ahead and take one more breath in. As you exhale out, just open your mouth and give it a little sigh. We're going to leave our feet where they are, and I'm going to walk my hands over to the right side. Just get a nice side body stretch in. You're going to feel that from up under your armpit all the way down to your hip. Just open up those obliques. And each time you feel that stretch, fall back into your breath, in and out. And come back to center. Take a big breath in, exhale it away. And walk my arms over to the other side. You're just going to check in with your body. Right side, left side, not balanced, but just check in and see where are you tight, where do you have movement or range of motion. I'm going to come back to center. Take a big breath in and exhale that away. And as I begin to move out of my child's pose, I'm going to come up into a tabletop. So 2 fists between my knees. I'm going to drop down and stack. Wrist to elbow to shoulder. And then put some softness in the belly. So as we inhale, I'm going to soften the belly and put flexion in my spine. As I exhale, I want to round that out, push my spine towards the ceiling for some nice cat-cows. Get some nice flexion and extension into the back. And you're going to fill all that oxygen up to your breath work. And then exhale that all away. One more big inhalation and exhalation. And then when you're finished there, we're going to make a neutral spine. So apple under the chin, I'm going to look right to the end of my mat. And I'm going to go ahead and take my right hand out in front of me, palm in. So my ears, my shoulders are going to meet each other parallel. Then I'm going to take my opposite foot out, come up here, and turn my pinky toe down, and then lift my body up. I'm going to hold this 2-point bridge, my bird dog, for 5, 4 as I'm breathing, 3, 2, and 1. Then I'm going to bring my elbow to my knee. Exhale. Inhale, draw long and lean. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold that out there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to restack my tabletop and come to the opposite side. So my left hand comes out like I'm going to greet you. The opposite foot comes out. Turn the pinky toe down so your shoulders and your hips are parallel to your mat. Draw that long, tall lean. Hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then drive your knee into your elbow. Exhale. Drive up tall. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Best one. Exhale. Inhale. Long and lean. Hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping back down to a tabletop. And you can shift your hips side to side as we warm up in this integration. And then I'm going to take my right hand, thumb to my temple, roll it back to externally rotate. And I'm going to lift up. And then I'm going to drive my elbow to my other elbow. Exhale as I twist it open. Inhale as I come back down. Exhale as I twist open. Inhale. 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Last one, best one. Opening up those obliques. And then center that back up to your tabletop where your hip is in alignment with your knee. I'm going to rotate back for the other side. Lift open and then just check in with your shoulder. See how that feels. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Last one, best one. Pull the pit of the belly in and up nice and tight. Exhale. Inhale. And then we're going to go ahead and drive into our downward facing dog. So I'm going to put my arm in scapation a little bit where my shoulder and my elbow are at an angle. I'm going to press my fingers into the mat, tuck my toes under, and drive up into my downward facing dog. And begin to pedal out my knees, the dog, so that you can feel the back of the legs begin to open up into the calves, into the hamstrings. Then I'm going to rise up onto the ball of my feet, lift my sits bones up, and then drive my heels down. There should be a little space between your heels and the mat. Inhale, lengthen through. Exhale, drive down. One more time. Inhale, breathe in, and then exhale. So from here, I'm going to lift my right leg up, and then bend at the knee and open my hip into my 3-legged dog. And you're either looking down at your mat or right to the back of your feet. I'm going to inhale, lower that leg down, press my foot into the mat, lift my other leg up, bend at the knee into my 3-legged dog. And then as I bring this leg down, I'm going to bring my knee towards my nose and then drop my foot right up under my hip and walk the other foot up. So if you put 2 fists between your feet, your hip width, and now you're in your nice ragdoll. You can bend your knees as much as you need, grab opposite elbows, and sway side to side. Ooh, everything is draining today. I'm going to twist that out, drain the body, and make it feel long, lean, and strong. Then I'm going to halfway lift to a flat back. So you could place your hands right on your shin bone. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold, and then drive your feet into the mat and grow your body all the way up into your Tadasana, your extended mountain pose. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath in. Exhale that away. Tadasana, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, drive to the top, all the way up to Tadasana, standing sun A. Hands to heart center, breath in and out, fill those lungs. Inhale, Tadasana, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back, exhale, fold, drive all the way up to Tadasana. Hands to heart center. We're going to start that sun A series. Inhale, Tadasana, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Now I'm going to take a high plank. And then I'm going to drop all the way down onto my belly and drive my elbows close to my rib cage. So I'm untucked, my feet are together, and I'm going to lift up into my baby cobra or sphinx. And we're not looking up, but we're looking straight ahead or to the end of the mat. Put some flexion in that back and let that lower back open up. Breathe in and out. Allow the stretch. Then on my exhale, I'm going to take my hands to shoulder width, tuck my toes, push my body up into my downward facing dog. I'm going to lift my right leg up and then bring it through the right side of my mat into my warrior one on the right. So your left foot's on its knife edge, your hips are driving forward, lifting up. Bend that knee deep. Big breath in and out. I'm going to bring my hands to heart center and fold and drive my shoulder into my right knee, into my humble warrior. 2 breaths here, in and out. Then I'm going to find my high plank again and hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down to low plank. Then you can take your upward facing dog, Sphinx or Cobra. Exhale that out, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and exhale that away. Lift the left leg up. Bring it through. Warrior one on the left side. Stacking that knee over your ankle, pulling the body up nice and tight. Hands to heart center, fold into your humble warrior. Squeeze your leg to your shoulder and your shoulder to the leg. Pull the pit of the belly in and out. One more breath in. As I exhale out, I'm going to find my high plank. Hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down so you could take your Sphinx. You could take Cobra by lifting your body up but leaving your legs on the ground. You could take upward facing dog by lifting your legs up. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. I'm going to look to the front of my mat, step or float. Halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Tadasana, drive the body all the way up. Hands to heart center. Breath in, Tadasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. High plank. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Side plank to the right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High plank. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Side plank to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog. You pick. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up. Warrior one, right side. Bend into the humble warrior. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Bring it through. Warrior one, left side. Humble warrior. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Bend your knees. Look to the front. Step or float. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana chair pose. So, knees behind the toes, sitting back, lifting up. Bring your hands to heart center, twist to the right. Look up over your shoulder. Chair pose. Hands to heart center, twist to the left. Chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. Lift your right leg up, bring it through. Warrior one, right side. Driving those hips, moving your legs so that your hips come forward wherever you need to. Humble warrior. Breath in, breath out. As I exhale out of this, I'm going to push up and then push into my warrior two. So my body is up over the center of my mat. My shoulders are rolled down and I'm looking. I'm going to turn my palm up, reach up, come back for my reverse warrior. Extended side angle. My right forearm's coming onto my right quad and my left hand's coming over pinky side down. Lift your chest high. Then as I exhale out of that, I'm going to straighten this right knee, but not lock it up. Come back for my reverse Trikonasana, and then tick-tock down for Trikonasana on the right side. Beautiful. Bend the right knee. Lift up into your warrior two. Beautiful. And then chaturanga down. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Lift your left leg up. Bring it through. Warrior one, right side. Ha, humble warrior. Should be feeling a little hot and sweaty. As I exhale out of this, I'm going to find my warrior two. Reverse my warrior. And extended side angle. Up and over. Nice heart opener. Reverse Trikonasana. And then Trikonasana triangle pose. So you're going to lift the inner arch of your left foot up as you rock down. I'm going to then bend my left knee and lift up for my warrior two. And then chaturanga down. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take that breath in. And then exhale that away. Bend the knees, step or float. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot lifts up. Warrior one, right side. Go through it all. Humble warrior, exhale. Inhale and then exhale out of that warrior two, right side. Reverse your warrior. Lift up, extended side angle. Spark everything open, alive and awake. Reverse Trikonasana. Trikonasana on the right. Then I'm going to bend my knee and then take a bind with my arm and look up. Open the shoulder. As I lift up into my warrior two. Chaturanga down. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Bring it through. Warrior one, left side. Humble warrior. Breath in, breath out. Then exhale out away into your warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Reverse Trikonasana. And Trikonasana on the left side. I'm going to bend my knee deep and then take a bind. Open the shoulder. Then lift up for my warrior two. And chaturanga down. Vinyasa through. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And exhale that out. I'm going to lift my right leg up. Bring it through for high crescent lunge. So my right foot's going to come right more to the center of my mat. My left foot's going to stay where it is, toes facing 12 o'clock. My right knee is going to bend deep. I'm just going to lift my body up. Nice. Big breath in, big breath out. And then I'm going to drop my lower leg all the way down, untuck my foot, then find that Anjaneyasana, stretch that hip flexor. Low crescent lunge. That's going to feel good. Both hands are going to come to either side of my foot. I'm going to dorsiflex the foot and sit back into my Ardha Hanumasana, my half monkey pose, and open up that hamstring. I'm then going to press my right foot in. Both of my hands are going to come to the inside of my right foot. I'm going to tuck my toe in the back and lengthen it out. Now I'm in my lizard pose. If you need more, you can find dragon. And then I'm going to chaturanga through. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. I'm going to lift my left leg up. Bring it through for high crescent lunge. So important that we don't rock our back leg onto its side. Lifting the side body up and out. I'm going to drop my back leg, untuck my toe, and drive my hip flexor into the mat. To my Anjaneyasana, my low crescent lunge. Both hands are going to come to either side of my foot. I'm going to dorsiflex the foot out, sit into my hamstring. I'm going to bring my foot back down, put both hands to the inside. So my shoulder, my knee are going to connect and tuck that toe, back foot, and lengthen into my lizard pose or dragon. And then you decide. And then we're going to chaturanga down, high to low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look to the front of your mat, step or float. Halfway lift, exhale, fold. Tadasana, all the way to the top. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath in and exhale that away. So we're going to find a little balance to rock this out, and then we're going to stretch. So you could be in tree at your ankle, at your thigh, or you can pop over your knee and find your quad. And lengthen really tall, and you can grow your tree. So good. And bring your hands to heart center. Drop down, take a breath in. Exhale that away. Tree on the left. So again, we can find ankle, calf, or pop over. Drive your heel into your thigh into your heel, and then grow your tree. Relax the shoulders, find a focal point. Breathe in and out. And then come back to Shamastihiti. Beautiful. So I'm going to lift my right leg up, standing leg raise. Find that balance. Then I'm going to externally rotate and put my rudder out. Now you could grab your toes with your 2 forefingers and lift up. I'm going to drive my leg to the front, release and bend, and then hip hinge and push it back into my Dekasana. And lifting the body up. And then come back to Shamastihiti. I'm going to lift the left knee up and put my rudder out, externally rotate. And then decide, do I need to lengthen? Can I lengthen? Find my balance. Big, long lean. And then bring that leg to the front. Unhinge. And then hip hinge. And drive the knee down. And then come back to center. Take a big breath up. And hands to heart center. Exhale that away. And lift my arms up. Take a nice side body stretch. Lift your body up. You should feel long and tall and lean. Other side. Open up my body, twist it open. And then windshield wiper around to the other side. And then bring my hands to heart center. And we're just going to fall down into Malasana, your yogi squat. Find that nice yogi squat. Open up your hips. We are at the point where we're going to begin long, lean stretches. I'm going to go ahead and turn to the side. Lengthen out. Stack my knee over my ankle. Find another Anjaneyasana. Just stretch that hip flexor a little bit more. Find my Ardha Hanumasana. Stretching out those hamstrings. And as I rock to the other side, I'm going to come down to my broken triangle. Stretching around the hip joint and my adductors, my abductors. Go to the other side. Broken triangle. Come back to my yogi squat. Find my Anjaneyasana. Think about your form. Always, always, always here. Don't rush. I'm going to find Prasarita Padottanasana, standing straddle fold. Notice that my head is above my heart. My neck is in a neutral position. Just opening up the back of the legs. You can soften the knees. Then you're going to rock up on your toes. Rock back on your heels. Halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, fold again. And I'm going to swing my legs through and find my Paschimottanasana, my seated forward fold. Sit right up on the sits bones. Lengthen the body nice and tall. Notice that I'm not dropping my head at all below my heart. The crown of my head to my sits bone. Nice flat back. Squeeze your legs together. Inhale, lengthen through. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Come all the way to the top and open up into my seated straddle. Make sure I'm right on top of my sits bone. My toes are dorsiflexed towards my knees. My knees are soft. And I'm going to hip hinge. Apple under the chin. You can always use a block. You can always use a block. Use your breath work. I'm going to fold this leg in and push this leg to the back. And I'm going to use a block and do a half pigeon. So I want to really work my hips open a little bit more today. So the whole of the goal is to dorsiflex the toes, get your shin as parallel to your mat as you can. Now, for some of you, you're going to stay here. And for others, you're going to come down here. Into our half pigeon. Allow the hips to open. One more breath in. As you exhale away, I'm going to push up into my down dog. Rock out and pedal out my feet. I'm going to move my block over to the other side. As I lift my left leg up, I'm going to bring it through for my half pigeon. Set my block up so that my hips lay down balanced equally onto the mat. I just need a little assistance. Bring earth up a little bit for me. This opens up the hips, helps it to be successful, helps me to have access. As I come up, I'm going to remove my block, sit down on my hip, swing my back leg over onto the top, not disrupting my ankle joint, and find my double pigeon. Really work those hips zipped up, nice and tall. Relax the shoulders, up onto the chin, pull everything in tight. Use blocks where you need them, so you may need support. You may need pressure to help push that leg down. Use the blocks where you need them. Great tool. Using the blocks helps you with access to the pose so that we're not forcing our body into a pose that may be where the origination point of the muscle is onto the bone just doesn't work. And so we need to find access to make it possible. And tools can help you do that. And then I'm just going to gently switch legs. So I may want to take a counter pose first, like we do in yin, where I'm just internally rotating now. I'm going to push to the other side and see where I'm at there. So this side lays down a little bit better just because I'm not biomechanically balanced. That's okay. I'm just becoming aware of where I feel tight, where I feel more range of motion, what is easier, what's harder, right, left side, so that I'm self-aware of it and so I can work on those areas. It's not right or wrong, it's just awareness. I'm going to open my legs back up, or one leg back up. Leave this one here. So nice half butterfly, lift up. I'm going to drop one arm down and lift my chest. Kind of like when we do extended side angle, lifting the heart up. Feeling that nice side body stretch. Then I'm going to tick-tock over opening up those big butterfly muscles in your back, your latissimus dorsi. Really give them a nice stretch, opening up the rib cage. We just switch sides. Need a little bit of movement. Lift tall, reach up. Tuck over. Whew, getting there. Feel nice and stretched. Go ahead and lay down and put my hips on a block. So I'm in a supported bridge here. I'm just going to let that open up for just a little bit. And then I'm going to put my legs up the wall. So my hips and my ankles. Hi, Jax. You come in and do the last part of yoga? Okay. Into my waterfall, my Vipakarani. Roll the shoulders back. Now you could put your legs up the wall if that's a little bit better, or you could fold them over a chair in astronaut's pose if that's better. Love waterfalls. Now I'm going to take my feet and push the bottoms of my feet together, external rotation at the hips, and drop down into my Supta Baddha Konasana butterfly pose. Now, if being on a block, because there's depth here, is too much for you, you can remove your block. Just breathe deeply in and out through your nose. And I'm going to bring my feet back to neutral, hip flexors neutral, remove my block. Bring my knees to my chest. Roll up into a little ball. Take a big breath in. And then as I exhale out, I'm going to find my deep and final rest, my Shavasana. Big breath in, open your mouth, sigh it all away. And now come back to normal breathing. Let everything fall soft. Now holding our body tight, now we relax it. Let it melt. Relax head to toe. Let your legs open up and fall. Soften the belly. Relax the shoulders. Nothing to hang on to. Relax your hands. The cheeks on your face and the brow. Your brow is soften your face. Sometimes we just keep things so tight. Begin to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Put some gentle movements back into your body. Perhaps take your head side to side very gently. Be very gentle with your neck. Squeeze my legs together, bring my arms up over my head. As I inhale, I'm going to take a long stretch from head to toe. And as I exhale out, I'm going to roll up into a ball. And I'm going to roll onto my side into a fetal position. Go ahead and close your eyes. This fetal position is your position of renewal. This is a moment that you can take to thank yourself for showing up, for this class, for the work. When you show up for yourself, you have great success through the day. You've moved your body, have found strength, have worked your core and your breath work. You've worked balance today. And your practice showed up just exactly how it needed to show up. So where there were challenges, you conquered them. Where it was easeful, you were victorious. Continue to stay in the practice, in the work. Think of one positive affirmation that you can take through the day with you today. I am, put something on it. And with your eyes closed, come back to a seated position. Your Sukhasana. Easy seated pose, lotus, you decide. And go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. And bring your thumbs to your forehead center. May the love and the light in me always honor, see, and appreciate the love and the light in each of you. And then we bow and say, Namaste. Namaste. And your yoga flow is done. So we've conquered a lot of things, worked right, left sides, did vinyasa flow, worked balance, worked core, worked head to toe, muscles, ligaments, tendons. Got a nice stretch in, worked our cardiovascular system by breathing and adding all that oxygen, twisted out our organs, twisted out our spine and rinsed it out. So you should be feeling really good. Getting that movement in for today. Don't forget to hydrate your body. So if you needed through this practice to take a break, you can always go to child's pose or downward facing dog, take a break, catch your breath, and then jump back in where we're at. That's all good. Go at your pace. If it's too many vinyasas because you quite don't have push up down, you can walk from a ragdoll, stand up, and then move into a warrior one without having to do the up down, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Start in the down dog, come to Tadasana, and then step into your warrior one that way. You could do it that way. There are many, many ways that you could change and add to this particular workout. But I hope that you enjoyed the flow. I enjoyed creating the content for you. We want to stay hydrated. Make sure you're drinking your 8 ounces of water and getting that in. And then when we find Shavasana, stay in the Shavasana as long as you need to. You can close your lights down, put a blanket on. We don't have to move that quickly. I just didn't want to make the content too long for you. So enjoy your day. I will see you for the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to our channel and join our tribe. And we'll see you for another video. Bye.